Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Class, we were discussing about the Constitution of France, right? Constitution of 1791. Is it? We
Yes,
have
ma'am.
completed till that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The Constitution of 1791. Okay, and we just discussed the provisions that were included in the Constitution. Okay, that means that the powers were shared among the different organs of the government. Okay, it is not rested on the hands of king. Okay, and the citizens, according to the Constitution of 1791, there are two types of citizens. Which are they? Do we cover that? Do we cover that portion?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, then tell me. According to the
Passive.
Constitution of 1791, yeah, right. There were mainly two types of citizens. Which are they?
Ma'am, active and passive.
Yeah. Okay, active and passive citizens. Okay, who can vote?
Ma'am, active.
Yes. Only active citizens above the age of 25 were allowed to vote. Okay, and how can they qualify to be an active citizen?
They have to pay the tax, which is equal to the salary or
Wages of a 3 days wages of a laborer. Okay, at least that they could pay as tax to the government. Only such types of citizens were entitled as active citizens. Okay, and only they were allowed to vote. Okay, is it clear, children? Is it clear to you?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the drafting of the constitution, it was completed in the year 1791. Okay, and the powers were spread among legislative, executive and judiciary instead of the king. Okay, and there were two types of citizen, active and passive citizen. Only active citizens above the age of 25 had given the right to vote, and women were not given the chance to vote. Okay, and who were active citizens? Person who paid the tax at least equal to the wages of a 3 days of a laborer. Okay, were termed as active citizens, and who did not were categorized as passive citizens. Okay, children. So let me show you a diagram. See, listen, children. Active citizens, okay, were entitled to vote. About 4 million of a population of 28 million. Out of 28 million people, okay, only 4 million people, means those who were in the highest bracket of taxpayers, okay, were categorized as active citizens, and these active citizens will choose electors. Okay, from among them. Okay, from among them, they will choose electors. It almost 50,000 men were elected as electors. Is it clear, children? Is it clear to you? From among them, see, children, active citizens, which almost comprises of 4 million people. Okay, out of 28 million population, 4 million of people were chosen as active citizens, those who included in the highest bracket of taxpayers. Okay, and from among them, they will vote and elect the electors, almost 50,000 men. Okay, and they also elect the members of the National Assembly, which include 745 members. Okay, 745 members were elected as the members of the National Assembly. Okay, and this National Assembly had direct control over the king and the ministers who supported the king. Okay, the active citizens, they will elect the electors. Electors will vote and elect the members of the National Assembly. National Assembly had direct control over the king and the ministers. Okay, but still the king enjoyed the power of veto. What do you mean by veto?
He has the right to disagree a
Yes.
rule
He has
or
the
law.
right to oppose a proposal or reject or cancel a proposal made by the lawmaking body. Okay, by the legislature. Okay, is it clear, children? Electors, they are electing the members of the National Assembly and also for the judiciary. And National Assembly had control over the king and the group of ministers who is assisted the king. Okay, and the king, but even though they are the National Assembly had control over the king, still the king enjoyed the power of royal veto. That means that he has the right to reject a decision taken by the law-making body. He is enjoying the veto power. Okay, and this constitution rested the power to make laws in the National Assembly. We all discussed about it, which was indirectly elected by the active citizens. Which was indirectly elected by the active citizens. And to qualify an elector, I have told you each member, okay, would have to be would have to belong a highest bracket of taxpayers. If such people were giving high rate as taxes, they were termed as active citizens. Okay, and see, children, women, children, and youth below 25 and passive citizens. Okay, all these peoples were not allowed to vote. Passive citizens means that those who did not pay the high rate as tax. Okay, they were termed as passive citizen, and the women also were not given the chance to vote, and children and youth below 25 means only adults about 25 years are allowed to vote. Okay, see, children, in India, what is our voting age?
18 or above.
18. Okay, yeah. When we yes, when we turn into 18, or adults were given, even the woman. Okay, there is no discrimination in case of our gender, social equality. Socially means that rich or poor, or from a lower caste or higher caste, without any economic and social background discrimination, we are allowed to vote in India. But here in France, even though they struggled, okay, to get free from a monarchy, still only the rich men, okay, only the rich men were given the preference. Okay, so listen, children, this is very important. The constitution of France in 1791, it began with the declaration of the rights of man. Okay, the constitution began with the declaration of the right. See, children, in India, we are also enjoying some fundamental rights. Have you studied it? There are some fundamental rights that is guaranteed in our constitution. Have you studied it?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yeah, fundamental rights to means we are enjoying right to freedom, right to religion, okay, right to constitutional remedies. I think this all you have studied in your previous class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, this France, the Constitution of France, it began with the declaration of the right of man, the rights such as right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, equality before law, all were established as natural and inalienable right. Okay, all citizens, okay, means there is no discrimination there on the basis of means of which groups they belongs to. Okay, all citizens can enjoy this right, right to life, freedom of speech. They can express their opinion. Okay, freedom of opinion. All were termed as equal before the law. Okay, so these all are established as natural and inalienable rights. And these rights, it is belong to each human beings by birth and could not taken away. And it is the duty of the state to protect each citizen's natural right. It is the duty of the state to protect each citizen's natural right. See children, in our constitution there is a provision that is right to constitutional remedies. What do you mean by that, children? Right to constitutional remedies. Do you remember that? No?
Yes.
Tell me then, Sania. Shania, tell me. Are you there? Srihari?
Is it like the right to speech?
No, right to constitutional remedies.
Don't remember.
Don't remember. See, while you were studying something and while you are moving to the next class, you will keep close it and go, right? First chapter is about constitution. No. Eighth, I think, eighth, yeah. Who is, are you saying something, Shania?
A person can move to Supreme Court.
Yeah. Okay, right to constitutional remedy. It means that if any of our fundamental right is forbidden by any of, even by the government or by any person or an organization, we can move towards the court. Do you remember, Srihari? That is meant by right to constitutional remedies. We can approach to the court. Okay, if any person is violating, okay, if any person's fundamental right is being violated by any organization or any person or even by the government, he is possessing a right to approach the court. That you meant by constitutional remedy. So that it means that it is the government responsibility to protect the fundamental rights of each and every citizen. Okay, is it clear, children? Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So here also, okay, the citizen of France, okay, they were given the right to life. Okay, they can enjoy, okay, their life, freedom of speech, they can express their opinion. Okay, and they can means they were treated, all were treated as equal before the law. All such rights were established as natural and inalienable rights. Okay, natural and inalienable rights, and they belong to each human beings by birth. Okay, see, naturally it was in France. It is by birth. Some people were enjoying the privileges before. Okay, but here these belong to each of the human, each and every citizen of France. Okay, they can enjoy their life, they can enjoy their freedom, and it is the duty of the state to protect each citizen's natural right. Okay, and see, children, this is the Constitution of 1791. Just I took a model just to show you. Okay, so this is there in your textbook. I don't know, is it clear to you, this picture? The Declaration of the Right of Men and Citizens. Okay, see children, next class when you come, you just keep your textbook with you, because I will give you some questions and you can mark the answers in your textbook. Okay, so next class means next Wednesday when you come with your textbook. Okay, so this also there in the textbook, the Declaration of the Right of the Men. There are some provisions that are included. Okay, that is, men are born and remain free and equal in rights. The aim of every political association is the preservation of the natural and the inalienable right of men. Okay, the source of all sovereignty resides in the nation. That means it consists of all the rules and regulations that should be means applicable to each and every citizens of France. Okay, that you read whenever, means after this class, you just read it. Okay, the law has the right to forbid only action. No man may be accused, arrested, or detained except in cases determined by the law. Means that everyone should be treated as equal before the law. Okay, all such provisions were there included in the Constitution of France in 1791. Okay. I'm not going to detail about it because it is very easy for you. And see children, majority of men and women during the 18th century, majority of men and women in France, they were not able to read and write. Okay, so some images and symbols were frequently used to convey the content of the Declaration of Right. To make them to understand better, they used some symbols. Okay, it is also there given in the textbook. Can you open page number 12? Page number 12, can you open, children? Karthik and all, please turn on your video, children. Alna, Sean, Bastin, turn on your video. Okay, see children, there are some symbols. Okay, see children, most of the people in France during the 18th century, they could not able to read and write. Okay, so they used some symbols. Okay, the first symbol, you can see a broken chain. Okay, if the picture is not clear in the text here in the board, you can just see your textbook. The broken chain, okay, see a broken chain stands for the act of becoming free. Okay, there are some symbols used to convey the content of the Declaration of the Right. Okay, and the second one, a bundle of rods, means to show unity. Okay, one rod can be easily broken, but if it is a bundle, it is not easy to break. Okay, then the third one, this one. The eye within a triangle radiating light. Okay, this see, it stands for knowledge. The eye, the seeing eye stands for knowledge. Okay, then this one. Okay, scepter, it shows symbol of royal power. King, while he used to carry this, okay, to show his power. Then snake, budding its tail to form a ring. Okay, symbol of eternity. Can you see the picture? This one. Like a ring, okay, a snake bites its tail. Okay, to show the symbol of eternity. Okay, a ring has neither beginning nor end. So some symbols they used to convey the messages that is included in the Declaration of Right. And red cap, the next one, a red cap, it is very important, children. Red cap, it is worn by slave upon becoming free. A red cap. Okay, then blue, white, red, the color, the national colors of France. Here, then a winged woman, personification of the law. Okay, then the law tablet, the law is same to for all and all are equal before the law. So such symbols, they were used in France to show the content. Okay, those people who were not able to read and write, just show them, just to convey the messages by the Declaration of the Right. Okay, they just show those symbols. Okay. Okay, children. So just listen to me. Active and passive citizens. Okay, only active citizens were allowed to vote. And the Constitution began with the Declaration of the Right of Men. Okay, right, all rights such as right to life, right to freedom, means freedom of talk. Okay, right to opinion. Okay, all these were termed as natural and alienable rights, inalienable rights. Okay, and it is the government or the state government's responsibility to ensure, okay, to ensure that all people without means irrespective of their differences, all could achieve or all can enjoy that rights. Okay, children, is it clear to you? Declaration of Rights.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the powers were being separated among the three organs. It's not handled by the king alone. Okay, but there is some problem. See, what was the problem? Can you imagine? even after means too much struggle, the people of France has got means have drafted the constitution, but still, can you tell me?
Ma'am, all people were not allowed to vote.
Okay, some people means the power was handled by only the richer members of the society. Is it right? Is it right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm asking what I asked you, see children, only even though they struggled a lot, okay, see children, only some richer members of the society were allowed to vote. Okay, and they can handle the power. Okay, it is confined to the richer members of the society, because only those who are paying the highest amount of taxes were allowed or were entitled or categorized as active citizens, right? Okay, so Constitution of 1791, we cannot say that it was a fair one, right? Okay, then we are moving to the next portion. So there are some symbols used by the people, to convey the messages. That is red caps. Okay, then just listen, children. Just wait. Okay, children. So now we are moving to the next unit, that is France abolish monarchy and become a republic. Okay, so children, Louis XVI was not really happy about the things that was happened over France during this time, because he has lost his power and his powers were being limited by the constitution, and he has no right to whatever things he all enjoyed during before the 18th century, before 1791, it all lost from him. Okay, so he was very much worried about the things that was happening over France during this time. Okay, and so he negotiated with the emperors of neighboring countries, that means Prussia. Okay, he entered a secret treaty with the neighboring country, that is Prussia and Austria, to put down the events that had been taken place in France. Can you see the slide, children? Can you see it clearly? I need to zoom it? Okay, children. So he entered into a secret treaty, okay, with the emperors of the neighboring countries. These people also were very much worried about the things that were happened over France. Okay, because that were the emperors, they also were enjoying the monarchy, the power, the despotic power of the king. So he entered, Louis XVI, he negotiated with the emperors of the neighboring countries to put down the events that had been taken place in France during this time. Okay, Louis XVI was not so happy with the things that were happening in France, because he has lost all his control over the people. Okay, and he entered into a secret treaty with the king of Prussia. He did this to regain his power. He wanted to regain his power in France, so that he made a treaty with the king of Prussia. And before that, before something happened in April 1792. Children, are you saying something? Someone asked me something.
She asked that it is in Russia.
Prussia, not Russia. Prussia. Okay. So in April 1792, National Assembly voted to declare war against Prussia. Okay, so Louis XVI, he was not happy with the things that happened in his kingdom. Okay, so he wanted to regain his power. He wanted to enjoy his power. Okay, so he entered a secret treaty with the king of Prussia. Prussia and Austria, his neighboring countries, okay, to end the power of the National Assembly. Okay, but before that, in April 1792, that date, it is very important, National Assembly voted, okay, to declare a war against Prussia. National Assembly decided to declare a war against Prussia. And most of the people in France, they participated in the war because they thought that it was a war against the monarchy all over Europe. Okay, Prussia was also a monarch, means they also following the monarchical form of government. So most of the people in France, okay, they participated in the war. Even the women, means while the men were participated in the war, the women were they were busy with the the crops, means the production, cultivation. Okay, so they considered this war as people against the monarchy all over Europe, and thousands of people took part in the war. And this one, it is very important, children. They sang a patriotic song. They sang, among the patriotic songs they sang before going to the war, from Marcellus. It's a place, Marcellus. Okay, so their song, it is named as Marcellus. It is now the national anthem of France, Marcellus. They sang many patriotic songs before they going to the war. Okay, from Marcellus. It's a place in France. Okay, so the song is named as Marcellus. It is now the national anthem of France. Our national anthem. Can you tell me?
Janaganamana.
Janaganamana.
Okay. Janaganamana. So here, Marcellus, it is the national anthem of France, because it is named the place where they started for the war. Okay, it is named on the place they started for the war. That is Marcellus. From Marcellus, they started, or they began the war. Okay, so it is named, that song is named on the place where they started, that is Marcellus. Justin?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me the summary of what all things we discussed right now? Hmm? Where are you? Are you there? Tell me. Justin? See, children, Louis XVI, he was not at all happy with the things that were happening in France during this time, because he has lost all his control, he had lost all his power. Okay, he could not enjoy whatever power he enjoyed before the revolution or before the constitution. He was nothing, means he was nothing during this time. So he wanted to regain his power. Okay, so he wanted to regain his power. Okay, so he entered a secret treaty. See, children, most of your videos are off. If Dinsar come to your class, sure, he will pick you up. Yeah, Kartik, Jaslyn, Arun, are you late to the class? Arun? Now it's okay. Children, why you all are hiding? Shania, is there any problem with your webcam? Shania? Shania?
No, ma'am.
Then turn on your video. I cannot see you here. Okay, children, see, listen to me. So he wanted to regain his power so that he entered into a secret treaty with his
Russia.
neighboring countries. Yeah, with his neighboring countries, that is Prussia. Okay, and before he and this Prussia going to move an action, okay, National Assembly decided. Okay, National Assembly decided to declare. They declared a war against Prussia. Okay, before the king is moving for an action, moving or against this National Assembly, this National Assembly, they voted. Okay, they voted, and majority of that people supported a war against Prussia. Okay, and they declared a war against Prussia. Okay, and most thousands of people were participated in the war. Okay, and before they going to the war, okay, the place they sang a patriotic song, that is Marcellus. Marcellus is the place name. Okay, but now it is regarded as the name, as the national anthem of France. It's a very important question. The national anthem of France, that is Marcellus. You have to study the spelling. Okay, Marcellus, it is the national anthem of France now, because they sang that patriotic song before they going to the war. Okay, from that place. Okay, and so this war, okay, these people, they regarded it is a war against the monarchy. Okay, they regarded this war as against the monarchy all over Europe. Okay, and many people were thinking that the Constitution of 1791 gave the power only to richer classes. Okay, I have told you, even though they struggled a lot to regain their power, okay, but still so many people, even the women and those who are the weaker or the poor members of the society, were regarded as passive citizens. Okay, they were not given the chance to vote. They were not regarded as equal. So they thought that it gave power only to the richer class. They gave power only to the richer class or richer members of the society. Okay, and many political clubs, it is very important, children, many political clubs started to discuss the government policies. Okay, and one among the, it's very important, Jacobins, okay, was the most successful club prevailed during this time, Jacobins. So they formed into many political clubs. Okay, they were formed many political clubs, and they were started to discuss the government policies. And it was, most of the people, they thought that the Constitution of 1791 only given the power to the richer members of the society. The poor people as well as the women and the poor people were alienated or were avoided. Okay, so many political clubs were formed during this time, and among them, the most successful club was Jacobins. And it was named after the convent of Saint Jacobs in Paris. Jacobins were named the convent. Convent means that the building belonged to a community devoted to a religious life. Oh, yeah. Okay, and its leader, That also very important, children. Maximilian Robespierre. Maximilian Robespierre, he emerged as the leader of the Jacobins. And this Jacobins, it comprised of all poor members of the society. Okay, women, small peasants, laborers, dock workers. Okay, so this Jacobians, the members of the Jacobians belonged to the less prosperous section of the society. And they started wearing long striped trousers. You can see the picture on your textbook. Long striped trousers. Okay, because till that time the France, they were used to the knee breeches till knee. Okay, so they just making them different. Okay, they used to wear long striped trousers. And they also used to wear a red cap, which was the symbol of liberty. See, children, liberty, equality, and fraternity. That was the principle of the French Revolution that we will discuss later. So they also, these Jacobins were used to wear a red cap, which shows as the symbol, which represented as the symbol of liberty. And these people began to be called as sans cultors. See, children, this point I will discuss you later. Okay. See, you just note down this point. See, children, during this time, many political clubs were formed. Okay, because most of the people, okay, they thought that the constitution had given the power only to the richer members of the society, because only that people could be able to select their leaders, only they can elect to the electors and National Assembly. So that constitution does not guarantee equal right for all citizens. Okay, so many political clubs were formed during this time. Among them, one important was Jacobins. Okay, Maximilian Robespierre was the leader of the Jacobins club. Okay, till here, you please read the textbook when you come for the next class. You keep your textbook with you while you come for the next class. I will give you some questions and I will make you to mark the answers in your textbook. Okay, I'll send the summary, but still, you know, means you should know the questions, right? Okay, children? Bye. See you on the next class. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.